Hello everyone and welcome back to Make Your Mind. This is, well, this video, you probably noticed that the premiere actually pulled up on this a little bit later than usual, and that's really because it is Saturday right now, and I just got this finished. This is one of the more detailed and one of the more difficult sculptures that I've done, but everyone has been waiting for this, and I wanted to make sure that this is done right. So with that, let me go ahead and introduce the premiere for this Saturday's sculpture showcase, Kamakura-San, also known as Shin Godzilla. There we go. Wow, this took me a while. I've literally been working on this over about 4 hours in total working on this sculpture, and yeah, here you go. Shin Godzilla in all of its glory. I just absolutely love this depiction of Godzilla. The way how it's just terrifying, to be honest. It's actually just, I mean, look at the face. All the changes that they've done to Godzilla since they've done this. They gave him a much longer tail. I've also got the little bit of purple in between the spikes, but it's kind of hard to see. The purple going in between here for the atomic breath. Then, of course, the mouth. Look at that. The jaw that splits in the middle with the jagged teeth. The eyes, and the mix of the red and black along with the just beaten skin, and that same sort of crest almost, or like this little bone structure here, this like rib cage that was just like Kamata-kun and Shinagawa-kun. And I know I said that incorrectly in the last video. It's not Shinagawa-kun, it's Shinagawa-kun. But this is Kamakura-san, because he used his atomic breath for the first time in the Kamakura district. As you can see, the atomic breath is coming out of that mouth. I have just a little bit there. But there's also a surprise with this Godzilla, if you watch the movie. He has another atomic breath coming out of a mouth, out of his tail. And he also has the ability to shoot photon rays, essentially out of the back of his spines. But as you can see, the changes, sort of from this Godzilla to the originals, the arms are much smaller. And the color palette is also much different. Normally, when Godzilla uses his atomic breath, it's normally blue, which in fact is not too dissimilar from this right here. Here, Shin. Sorry about your tail. There we go. Put both the Godzillas in here. So there we go. This was the first Godzilla sculpture that I did, and this is the latest Shin Godzilla. But it's amazing to see the differences between the two, and it was this one, as you can see, this one is a lot more detailed technically than this one. Of course, I got the ribbing sort of in between the broken skin on the tail. And as you can see, the tail is much longer than this one, because this first Godzilla here, this one was more or less depicted like the Godzilla from sort of like the original, and also from the legendary, like it's more the legendary Godzilla, which is this one. Of course, you got the blue and the blue atomic breath and everything, but with Shin, it was it was a very different movie. Because essentially the movie Shin Godzilla was more or less talking about, you know, the follies of governments during natural disasters, and it was meant to be like a sort of message as government incompetence and slow response times when it comes to natural disasters. Very similar to both the tsunami and also the Fukushima nuclear plant. And of course with Godzilla, you have the fact that it was ever evolving. So I have the Nakanosa-kun right here, which is my sort of interpretation. And then I have the original, and then I have the, seems to be the favorite of all the ones that I've done. Kamata-kun. There he is. And we see that some of the spines are going to fall off. This wax clay is not very cooperative, but it's okay, it'll work. And then of course, let me see if I can fit him in here. Shinagawa-kun. The sort of bigger version, essentially the step right before Kamakura-San, which is the sculpture that we're premiering today. God, look at that. There's so many of these. But I just love the sort of idea that this version, Shin Godzilla, is actually sort of ever-evolving and essentially never stands still, ever. It's always changing, always adapting. And it's just one of the... I just love the depictions, frankly. It's just one of the coolest ideas. Sorry, I'm fixing Kamata-kun real quick off camera, just so that I can get the spines to stay in place. And it's interesting, upon making all of these sculptures, to sort of see and understand the evolution of this Godzilla, how it went from a sort of sea creature with my depiction of Nakanosa-kun right here, and then all the way to Kamata-kun, then Shinagawa-kun, then Kamakura-san. It's just one of the coolest ideas. And then on top of that, even with Kamakura-san right here, it wasn't done yet. Especially when we get to the tail with the mouth that opens up, that has its own atomic breath. Now, when you watch the movie, you have the photon, the rays that come out of its back, and then you have the ray that also comes out of its tail. Now, the tail is indeed an atomic breath, because in the movie, the atomic breath starts out as a flame and then slowly goes faster and higher pressure, and then becomes the beam that, you know, as a Godzilla fan, everyone recognizes and knows and loves. And it is just, this one in particular, Kamakura-san, this one was so much fun to make. And it took me a lot longer than I realized. But just to let everyone know from watching this video, this is kind of going to be, well, I guess I'll give a little bit of a channel update here. I've had some major changes as of late. I know I've been saying for a while now that I'm having to sort of slow my content down. And I'm going to probably have to slow it down even more, maybe down to about 3 to 4 videos a week. I appreciate all of you guys of your support, but I've had a lot of changes going on in my life as far as income, and I've also had a death in the family, so I've had to prioritize that. That's one of the reasons why this took me so long to post. And I know people have been demanding, they want to know when they're going to get the requests done and everything, and I'm going to get to it as quickly as I can, but I'm going through big changes in my life, so the videos are going to slow down, and then once everything becomes more sort of stable, I'll be able to provide more content and sort of get back up to pace. But in the meantime, here we go. Let me put Kamakura right here. God, it's so big I can't even fit the whole tail and everything in here. It's so insane. But in the meantime, I am going to be doing, I may be doing less sculptures, but I'm going to be working on quality and making sure that these are done and that they look as best as I can make them. And I hope you guys appreciate it and can sort of understand. And remember, there are ways of supporting the channel. Of course, you can always leave a like down below and subscribe. And make sure to hit that bell for notifications so you never miss the video. But if you wish to contribute further, I do have a paypal.me down below. And I also have an Etsy store where I have pins for sale, which I would like to announce. I have a new pin. You probably noticed it already. Right here. Recognize that? Yeah. I will have these for sale on the website, on the Etsy store tomorrow. Today is Saturday, the 17th of April. They will be for sale on the website on the 18th, tomorrow, on Sunday. So go get them. By the way, I will be making 20 of these, and each one of these is individually numbered. And I make all of these by hand. So if you wish to get a little piece of the channel and show your support, I would greatly appreciate it. And with that, that's my sales pitch for the pin. So go get them while you can. I'll have 20 of these, and then after that, these will never be made again. So get them while you can. I also have the deluxe pins for sale, which are these right here. And I still have some of the limited edition, or my first edition watermark pins, as you can see right here. I have a couple of those left. Those are still available, so you can get one of those if you like. So you'll have a couple of options if you wish to go check out my store. I greatly appreciate it. But man, like I said, I've had a lot of changes going on my channel, and I'm glad that I was able to get the time in to get this one done, because I know this one has been heavily requested on the channel, and I'm so happy that I took the extra time to make sure that these were done right, and to also make sure that to make sure that I did every single form. And to tell you the truth, we are not done yet. There's one more form that needs to be done. And that video will be coming out this coming Tuesday, where I will be making Shin Godzilla's 5th form. It's a mix of sort of my depiction and also a little bit of what they actually look like. And that will be coming out on Tuesday. But for those of you who've watched all the way to here, I greatly appreciate you. Next Saturday's premiere is going to be another big one. It's going to be a very detailed sculpture that I'm going to be working on over the next week. It's going to be another big one. And that sculpture is going to be... I mean, if IGP was watching this, he would certainly love to see the end result. So IG, if you're watching this channel, I appreciate it. You're probably not, but it's all good. I'm essentially making IGP's favorite creature. For those of you who don't know who IGP is or whatever, I'll just tell you straight up. The next sculpture for next Saturday's premiere is going to be H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu. That's right, I'm going to be making Cthulhu, and I will be making a full body sculpture. That includes the head, the tentacles, the arms, the legs, the wings, the whole nine. I'm going to be doing all of it. And I hope you all will enjoy it. Because Cthulhu will be rising from the depths and will be here on this channel come next Saturday. Let's take another quick look at Shin here, at Kamakura-San. Look at this thing, man. I got all the sort of scaly texture all over the tail. The tail is probably what took the longest. I actually have a piece of armature wire, like I said, in the Wednesday premiere, or the Wednesday preview, excuse me. And I have this little toothpick sitting right here just to sort of help hold it up. And it's so huge. The tail on this Godzilla is massive. Of course, I got the individual spikes, and the spikes going up there. And, God, I just look at that mouth. That mouth is just so menacing, and I just love the idea of, once again, like Shin Godzilla actually being a creature that is constantly evolving, and it really... It's really a terrifying movie for sure. Oh, shut up, phone. Alright, sorry about that distraction. But, yeah, I've been getting a lot of phone calls and stuff, mainly from the death in the family, and we've had to make some arrangements, which we're going to be doing next week, so bear with me. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, the content is going to be slowed to about 3 to 4 videos a week. I will keep you guys updated as far as how the content's going to be going on the channel and everything that's going on. And thank you all so much for your support. I'm over 500 subs now. I'm almost 520. And I got more people coming every day. And also, more sculptures that are coming up. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the 5th form of Shin Godzilla. I'm also going to be doing a Peeper Leviathan for Subnautica. However, the depiction that I'm going to be making is a sort of... is a little bit of my own touch, but also a depiction from a couple of different pictures from Google. And I will bring those into more detail when the video comes out, and you'll get to see that firsthand. Sort of my inspiration, where that came from. I know this video is a little bit longer than usual, but hopefully it gives you guys enough time to be able to talk, especially in the chat down below. If you guys are talking in the chat, I appreciate you. I got a bunch of very passionate fans on this channel, and I love all of you guys. So just once again, bear with me. I'm glad to see that a lot of people really liked my Sans from Undertale video. That was the first time I'd ever made something out of baking clay. So that sculpture, I may bake it and harden it, or I may not. I'm not quite sure yet. But there's a lot going on in my life right now, so I appreciate your guys' patience. And I'm just stuttering a little bit. It's kind of tough for me to talk right now. But it's all good, guys. Just a lot of changes are going on outside of YouTube, mainly. And I just continue to support the channel, you guys. I really do want to keep this going. But I am going to slow down the content, mainly because I have a lot more stuff outside of YouTube that I have to straighten out and take care of. But once again, go check out the links below. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the notifications. And this is for you guys. Kamakura-San, also known as Shin Godzilla. So with that concludes the video. Keep chatting down below. I'm going to be chatting down there for a little while longer. Thank you to all of you for showing up watching, and thank you to all of you who watched after the premiere. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the support that I get. And with that, thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you next Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will be presenting my sculpture of Cthulhu. So stay tuned for that, and remember on Wednesday, I will be doing a preview where I will show you guys of me actually beginning to make the sculpture. So once again, thank you all, and I will see you then.